Richard Dreyfuss is an American leading man, who has played his fair share of irritating pests and brash, ambitious hustlers. He was born Richard Stephen Dreyfuss in Brooklyn, New York, to Geraldine Robbins, an activist, and Norman Dreyfuss, a restaurateur and attorney. His paternal grandparents were Austro-Hungarian Jewish immigrants, and his mother's family was Russian Jewish. Richard Dreyfuss worked his way up through bit parts The Graduate 1967, for one, and TV before gaining attention with his portrayal of babyface Nelson in John Milius Dillinger, 1973. He gained prominence as a college-bound young man in American Graffiti, 1973, and as a nervy Jewish kid with high hopes in The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz, 1974. By the latter part of the 1970s, Dreyfuss was established as a major star, playing leads and alter egos for Steven Spielberg in two of the top-grossing films of that decade, Jaws 1975 and Close Encounters of the Third Kind 1977. He won a Best Actor Oscar in his first romantic lead as an out-of-work actor in The Goodbye Girl 1977. Dreyfuss also produced and starred in the entertaining private eye movie The Big Fix 1978. After a brief lull in the early 1980s, a well-publicized drug problem and a string of box office disappointments, The Competition 1980, Whose Life Is It Anyway? 1981, The Buddy System 1984, a clean and sober Dreyfuss re-established himself in the mid-80s as one of Hollywood's more engaging leads. He co-starred with Bette Midler and Nick Nolte in Paul Mazursky's popular Down and Out in Beverly Hills 1986. That same year he provided the narration and appeared in the opening and closing, bookends, of Rob Reiner's nostalgic Stand By Me 1986. He quickly followed that with Nuts 1987, opposite Barbra Streisand, Barry Levinson's Tin Men, 1987, in a memorable teaming with Danny DeVito and Stakeout, 1987, with Emilio Estevez. Dreyfuss continued working steadily through the end of the 1980s and into the 1990s, most notably in Mazursky's farce Moon Over Parador 1988, Spielberg's Always 1989, Postcards from the Edge 1990, and Rosencrantz and Amp. Guildenstern Are Dead 1990. He appeared as a member of an ensemble that included Holly Hunter, Jenna Rollins and Danny Aiello in the romantic comedy Once Around 1991, and as a pop psychiatrist, the author of several successful self-help books, who is driven to the edge by nutcase Bill Murray in the popular comedy What About Bob? 1991. Dreyfuss has also remained active in the theater, Death and Maiden, 1992, and on TV. He returned to features in the adaptation of Neil Simon's play Lost in Yonkers, 1993, and followed with a